In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your TI-84 to simulate rolling some dice and finding the average of those rolls. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my Stat menu, press Enter at Edit, and I want to arrow over so that List 1 is highlighted, and press Enter again so that my cursor is at the bottom of the screen. From here, I'm going to go to Math, right arrow over to Probability, select 5, and you want your lower bound to be 1, your upper bound to be 6 because I'm rolling a fair 6-sided die. And I want to do this 40 times, and arrow down to paste, press Enter. Okay, so you'll see that at the bottom of the screen, the instructions are for the calculator to simulate rolling a 6-sided die from a random integer distribution with a lower value of 1, upper value of 6, and I'm doing this 40 times. Okay, now in this assignment, or in this video, I want to simulate rolling 3 dice and averaging those faces. In your particular assignment, depending on the semester, you might be rolling 4 dice or you might be rolling 5 dice, so please pay attention to the instructions. Okay, so to simulate my next dice, I'm going to do the same thing for list 2. Arrow over up to list 2, press Enter, and then again go to the Math menu, arrow over to Probability, and select 5, random integer, lower value of 1, upper value of 6, everything is the same. Press Enter and press Enter again. And I want to do this for list 3 because again, I'm rolling 3 dice and I'm going to do that 40 times. Okay, so pressing Enter at list 3, going to my Math menu, over to Probability, select 5, and everything is still the same from before. Press Enter again. Okay, so reading left to right, you'll see that I got a 1 on my first die, a 3 on my second die, a 1 on my third die. For my next trial, I got a 3 on my first die, a 1 on my second die, and a 2 on my third die. And I'll have 40 of these trials where I'm rolling 3 dice at once. Now I want to go over to list 4 because I'm going to use list 4 to help me find the average of each of these. Okay, so I'm going over to list 4, up arrow so that list 4 is highlighted. Press Enter so that the bottom of the screen has the cursor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the calculator average each of these rows and put them in list 4. So to do that, I'm going to open up a set of parentheses and I'm going to tell the calculator take list 1, so that's second, my number 1 key, plus list 2, plus list 3, close parentheses, and I'm going to divide that by 3. That's because I'm finding the average of each of these rows, and there's 3 values reading left to right. If you're simulating rolling 4 dice, you'd have this column, list 4, filled with values 1 through 6, and you'd be using list 5 to find the average of 4 lists, and 4 would be in your denominator. If you were simulating rolling 5 dice, list 6 would represent the list of sample means, and you would be dividing the denominator by 5 after summing list 1 through list 5. So again, pay attention to your particular instructions. For the sake of brevity for this video, I'm just rolling 3 dice. All right, so press Enter. And you'll see that in list 4, I have a list of sample means, And to help me sort these and count how many sample means I have between 1, inclusive of 1, and 2, not inclusive of 2, and then how many sample means I have between 2 but less than 3, and so on, I want to have the calculator round to 2 decimal places. If you're rolling the dice 4 times or 5 times, your column of sample means tends to turn out a bit neater. I'm just rolling 3, so I get some of these that are carried out pretty far. Again, I want to round to 2 decimal places, and I'm going to have the calculator do that for me. So I up arrow to list 4, press enter, and then at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to go back to my math menu, right arrow over to number. Option 2 is round, and I want to take list 4 and then comma 2, close parentheses. So this tells the calculator to take everything in list 2 and round it to 2 decimal places. Okay, so the last thing I want to do to help me complete this assignment is that I want to sort these values. So I want to go back to my stat menu, select 2 for sort ascending, and that is for list 4. To see them sorted, I want to go back to my stat menu and press enter. Okay, so all of these sample means are put in order. And now I can go ahead and count how many sample means, for example, fall in the interval 2 but less than 3. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 values where the sample mean fell between 2 and 3, not inclusive of the 3. So I hope this helps you get started with this particular central limit theorem activity assignment. If you do not want to use your calculator, you are welcome to actually roll 4 or 5 dice, add up the faces, divide by the total of the number of dice you're rolling, and then keep track of that, sort them manually yourself. But if you want to do this a little more quickly, your TI-84 has the capability.